Okay, I just want to mention, I just washed my hands. Okay, it turned off finally. But these lights up here, they stay on when the door is on, which makes zero sense. I mean, it might be a setting thing. Oh my god. It might be a setting thing, but it's just annoying. Like, why? Why does everything just automatically stay on? Yeah, I hate the automatic stuff. I wish there was more control. And it could be a setting thing, but I don't think everything is a setting thing. That's why I'm mentioning that. Some things are just locked like that. It just makes no sense. Like, I can't even open my door without some battery being on. That's so dumb. Especially if you don't notice those lights are on. Just stupid. Now, I mean, I have to open my windows, but it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's just annoying. Like, your door being open is like connected to some power being on. Weird. Because it could potentially kill your battery over time, especially if you're just doing like short drives. But yeah, I just washed my hands real quick. I got the Mountain Valley spring water bottle, and then I got my little soap in there. I just washed it in the grass because it should be fine. The water is fine, obviously, and then I just used the the Myers soap, which should be biodegradable, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I got some of my other stuff here. I didn't get to finish because we didn't like sit the whole time today after our first class. We played some basketball and some volleyball. Basketball is pretty fun. Volleyball is meh because there's kind of too many people and we're just like alternating and playing way too fast. It was tiring though. I chugged like this entire bottle of like, I'm not gonna take it out because my hands are somewhat clean, but chugged like this entire bottle of grape juice. That dude comes a lot. I think he goes to school here, but yeah, chugged like this entire bottle of grape juice, and I'm like, just ate like a bunch of food. Had to YOLO it. I was a little cooked, but it wasn't bad. There's traffic building up. It is what it is. At least I get to eat now, so hopefully traffic dies down a little bit by the time I leave and just chill here. But I don't think any battery is on. Hopefully. The dash cam's turned on though, and they're running, but that's not the worst thing in the world. I could turn them off, but yeah. Hopefully nothing else is running. It's very nice weather right now, so I'm about to just chill for a bit, just eat some fruits. Let me show you guys what I got. Is this leaking? Damn. No, I don't think it's leaking. It could be. Hopefully not. It could have been leaking. Wow. What is that? There's something real quick. Tastes like coconut. Kind of weird. I don't know how that got on my kiwis, but so we're about to grub. These look perfect. These actually look really good for being out for, what is it, like 8 hours almost? That is pretty crazy when I think about it like that. These have been out for 8 hours. But I packed them in the morning at around 8:20, I would like to say. And they haven't been out. I put them in the fridge after I packed them and then went to go do some work. And then I left around 10:40. So I took those out around then, put them in the boxes with the ice pack. So they've been in the ice pack since then. They haven't just been like sitting at room temp or anything. But yeah, it is still pretty good that the ice pack has lasted this long. About to get my fork out. Yeah. Okay. I did use paper towels once today after we played basketball. I just didn't really have the the energy to take the not the energy, but I wasn't planning on like, I don't know, drying them, but I did. Oh. I use my own soap though, because I'm not always carrying the handkerchief, so sometimes it does catch you off guard, but overall not bad. I mean, I went to the bathroom like 4 times, so at least I didn't use 4 paper towels. But it is crazy how that works. Another bike. Not as loud. It's weird because the ones with like the reflective vests always are not loud bikes. You'd think they'd want a loud bike because that helps be seen. This was the little white thing right there. I can't tell what that is. I hope it's not fucking mold. Hopefully it's not. Oh, okay. I'd rather take the mold than eat some processed shit. I want to ride to school, but it just sucks because the days I'm here, like only for an hour, I can't bring, or like I have to be in like shorts kind of for jujitsu. So I would have to change and leave my gear there. And I don't know, I don't want to worry about it getting stolen. It probably won't, but I'd rather just not have to worry about that. It is what it is. It will be fun to ride here. I say that, but then I'd probably get stuck in traffic, so it wouldn't really even be that fun. You just think it's fun when you're just sitting and you see a bike drive by, but if you were actually in their position, you're just stuck in traffic. You're like regretting it, regretting your choices. It is what it is. These are pretty good. I'm about to eat these. I got all the sunshades taken down. I just stretched really quick as well. Good amount of exercise. I was running a good amount of basketball. Basketball was pretty fun. We did get smoked, but I felt like I played a pretty good defensive job. I don't really play basketball that much anymore, so I wasn't really confident enough to shoot that much. I took 2 threes and they were close, but I missed both of them. Yeah, here's what it is. I don't play enough, so I'm not expecting to be the best. I'd say I'm pretty good. I did a good amount of running and stuff. I feel like I'm a pretty good support. I just felt like my team wasn't good enough either. They were missing a good amount of shots. They were all chill, so I don't really care. I was just playing for fun, but I'm just pointing out the facts. They kept missing a lot of their shots. I feel like I'm pretty good at like game sense and recognizing things, but I don't think I could carry, not in basketball at least, especially when we're playing with people that are pretty good. There was this one guy who was making most of his shots. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. Very nice outside. Excited for fall. And I got the beanies. I got some wool beanies, merino wool. They should be coming in September 12th. And then I got a wool hoodie actually this morning. It was like 58.55 or 55.88, I think. It was on sale. I don't know if that was a true sale or not, but not a bad price for 100% wool, merino wool hoodie. At least I don't think. New to this market, so I'm not fully sure. Just lasts a good while though, so yeah. Not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, that's about it. I think that's the, other than the gas the other day, and then buying that today. Yeah, I also got some cash yesterday from the ATM. Forgot, it didn't work first try because I forgot to turn my card on. I keep my debit card off. I can just change it in the app. It doesn't really take that long. I just forgot about it because I don't usually withdraw. I don't usually withdraw cash. So yeah, I got some cash for the farmer's market. Hopefully it'll help me like stick to my budget a little bit and not impulse buying stuff. I mean, they're not like the worst things in the world, but it's like also kind of, it's not unnecessary either. It's just, I don't know. I want to kind of keep it to like $50 or like $60 a week for like bread, some cookies. I mean, some cookies / brownies, maybe some chicken. What was the other thing? Bread, cookies, brownies, chicken. Yeah, I think it's just those 3 things, to be honest. And also, yeah, this time I'm gonna get some corn and some vegetables and honey. It's not a thing I need to buy every week. Same with like the olive oil. I've actually not seen that vendor for like a couple weeks too, which makes sense because once she sells some, they're not gonna be buying, like the same people aren't gonna be buying them the week after, and they have to pay fees. So it makes sense that some of the more not recurring revenue vendors are not there every week. Like if it was free, she could still be there every day and kind of sell maybe to new people each time. But yeah, it is kind of lucky that I saw her on the first day because the olive oil has been pretty cool. And yeah. It was tempting today because one of my boys didn't bring his food today. Usually he's bring pretty food, and he eats pretty clean as well. But today, he didn't bring anything. He's slacking today. He got halal guys, and my other boy, he usually doesn't bring food. He just eats out. He got Chipotle. They both smell good. I'm not gonna sit here and act like they both are not tempting. They're tempting. I gotta say discipline though. It was hard. Not hard, but it would have been harder if I didn't have food. But because of the fact that I had food, it was more tempting. I mean, less tempting. Especially because those are very big portions. It's weird now because now I'm like glad I didn't eat it. I don't think I would have ate it. Maybe it was like a 30% chance I would have. But yeah. It's just kind of crazy. It's hard though. You gotta stay disciplined. Especially when everyone around you's not doing it. Even if you're right, if everyone else isn't doing it, it kind of gets to your head. And you start doubting it. It's like, everyone else is doing it. They're fine. Is it really true? Did I get scammed on social media into being healthy? Because everybody's always one-sided in a way. Like if you're a company that sells like reverse osmosis water filters, or for a company that sells grass-fed, grass-finished, organic, or something like that, you're gonna try your best to make the other ones seem like super bad. And I'm not saying like their products aren't better. I'm just saying they kind of make the difference seem like their products are here and the other products like down here. Which, I mean, it could be, but it also could be like here and then here, or like here or something. I don't know. I'm not. This is just making up theories, but yeah, everybody also is one-sided, so they only tell you what they want you to hear. But I'm not saying that for everyone. I'm just saying you gotta think about that as well and be cautious, because especially if someone's business or they have incentives for that one side. Like me, I don't have incentives on shit. That's why I like this channel, because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't have no obligations, no nothing. I just say whatever I want. I genuinely like the product. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but based on my knowledge and my experiences, if I like a product and I like it, I will recommend it to you guys, or I'll give you like an honest review, because obviously you guys don't need everything that I buy. I don't need everything that you guys buy. But I think this like food category is pretty cool, because it is applicable to you guys. Maybe if I buy like a radar detector or like a mod for my motorcycle, it might not be applicable to you. But I mean, I think everyone should get a radar detector. It's one of those things that I think is a very cool tool to help you reduce your chances of getting pulled over. There's a lot of cops today. Crazy. This county does not play. They're so cringe. Thankfully, I didn't get pulled over though. Like I said, I try to take my radar down as soon as I see the cop. I can take it down one-handed. I practiced. So, but yeah, I was coming in to merge, and there was a cop in the middle of like the barrier shooting laser. I was like, bro, because sometimes these cops are cringe with no front plates, and I don't have a front plate on the car. So there is always a small worry about that. And the radar detector is illegal. So off the bat, I don't know if either of these are primary. I would like to think they're secondary, but if a cop cared enough, they would probably pull you over for some bullshit. Like if you're going one over or something, they'd get you just to give you the front plate ticket. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes. So having a radar detector might help. Didn't catch him. I think he was shooting laser. Waze had him. I just don't really use Waze that much. I use it more on the bike consistently, but also it's not perfect on the bike, because if I am already going fast, I'm not really looking at my phone that much. So sometimes it might still not be useful because I'm not looking at it, even if the cop is reported. But yeah, like on my car, my phone is usually like here in the cup holders. I could put it like behind my steering wheel. I have a little vent mount or something, and that's when I can kind of see it better, because it's in my peripheral vision. As I'm driving, I can look at there easier instead of having to look down here, which can be distracting sometimes, especially if you're going fast. But Waze is honestly more helpful than the radar detector. I'll keep it a buck. That's why I'd say the pair of the both is worth it. If you can't budget the money for a radar detector, Waze is free. They probably sell your data, but it's free, and you can use that as long as you're not the first person to kind of interact with the cop. Like if he just camped out there, you might be screwed if you're going fast. But sour. But generally, somebody will report him, so it's not too bad. But where the radar detector comes in handy is if there's a moving cop, because Waze isn't going to be able to report that, obviously. So if there's a moving cop, maybe on the other side, if it's a 2-lane road, like you're going this way, the cop's coming this way, and he's running moving radar while he's just driving, that might come in handy for that. Laser, most of the times, are stationary, so Waze might get them. Your radar detector is probably not going to get them. very unlikely. Sometimes you might catch like a scatter, it's what it's called. You might catch them with that. But yeah, it's unlikely, and you shouldn't be relying on your radar detector to catch cops using laser. But yeah, definitely be aware of it. And there's a whole other topic, like laser jammers or like laser shifters. It's a countermeasure. It's a defensive and countermeasure. It's not offensive. You can't really notify yourself of laser ahead. Laser is like precise and sharp, so only one car at a time. They can only use it when they're stationary. Radar just shoots like everywhere. That's why it's so easy for it to capture. But it's also not as precise, and sometimes if there's multiple cars, they might not be able to exactly pinpoint you. But even with all of those, you also have to be aware that cops can potentially pace you or visually estimate you. It might not hold up that well in court, but that is still a possibility. So even with all of this, there is obviously potential. Or even not using shifters, there is potential for a cop to there's potential for a cop to still get you, because I saw this one clip. I've included it in one of my very articulate videos on my main channel. This one clip of a car, a cop car, positioned at like a weird angle at the bottom of this like kind of hill. This dude had laser jammers, but the cops still got him going like something like 15 over or something, maybe like 20 over. The cops still got him because of this like weird angle. Could have been luck, could have been a coincidence, or the cop knew what he was doing and he positioned himself very specifically for that. Something like that. But yeah, you still have to be aware that all of these things, they don't guarantee anything, but they do definitely reduce your chances. That's why I say if you have the money and this is something you do often, it could be worth looking into. And yeah. Laser jammers are way more expensive. Probably not as worth. But at least with radar detector, you can move that car to car. Like this winter, I might be driving up to North Carolina. We'll probably be going like with my family. So we're probably gonna go in my mom's car. And I can move the radar detector from my car. Like right now I have it on this mount. Right there. That's like the suction cup / like sticky mount blender, whatever. But I have the other ones too. 2 small suction cup ones. You guys know what I'm talking about, the clear ones. I can use that. Put it in my mom's car temporarily for that drive up. I mean, we're not gonna be doing anything crazy, but again, just nice to know. I have it anyways. Take me like a couple minutes to move it. Just nice to know for some information. And they are legal in North Carolina, so once we cross the state borders, I don't have to worry about anything in terms of that. But I don't think the ticket's too expensive. It would suck if they just took your detector. They probably have to give it back eventually, but it'd just be a major inconvenience. So that is why I try to take it down. Here's MSC cop. Right now I'm going to head into areas with a ton of cops. Because you already know there's going to be cops. There's no point having it up there, especially in a state where it's illegal. Yeah. I might get to Tin Strip eventually. Just not a priority right now. I've already been trying to limit my driving. Like I only have to because of school. The fuck? I just saw a truck pass by with 2 motherfuckers sitting in the back in the bed. It's funny. So nice though. I don't even blame them. But yeah, I'll show you guys something too. it's empty now. That's what I mean by this is a commuter lot, and these spots are not taken up. Hopefully you guys saw that. I couldn't see what you're seeing, but yeah, like it's literally dead empty right now. All of my spots are perfect. Obviously, it doesn't matter now. There's no sunshine, so it doesn't matter where I park. I've already taken all the sunshades down and everything. It would be nice if I put the car cover on that one day, because it hasn't rained since then, on me at least. Just unfortunate. Got caught in that 2-hour window where it rained, and the car's not as great as it was before it rained. I thought rain's pretty clean. I'm just weird that it left all those like little brown spots behind. Yo, I love riding, bro. It's so fun. Once you get kind of used to it, it does not hit the exact same sometimes. But seeing somebody else do it, it's just so crazy. He was probably only going like 60 miles an hour. You guys definitely heard that. He was like passing some car on the right. That's just so cool. He had his shirt and it was like blowing up his back. So fun, especially in this weather. Summer's not that great. It's so fun, but for me, the wind is what makes it even better. If the weather's nice. Traffic seems to have died down, which is good. But yeah, I'm glad I'm eating pretty clean. I definitely feel a impact on myself. Everything just feels nicer, I want to say. Feels way better. Not anything insane, but also don't have like exactly something to compare to. You don't know exactly what somebody's feeling sometimes, but feels good. Even though I played did all that running and playing basketball and volleyball, pretty much right after I ate, like I feel good. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird, and I was too full, but that's not because of the food I ate specifically, just because I ate too much of it. I chugged down that grape juice, but I'm fine. Fine now, feel great, and it just keeps me like clear. My mind just feels like clear. Sometimes I'm a little tripped out. I think that's because of the lights in the classroom. I don't know. Maybe the angle that I'm looking at. Like these lights right now that they turn on at night. It's kind of annoying, low key. All these lights that they turn on at night, and when you have to look at them and they're like kind of in your peripheral vision, that kind of messes with my head, my eyes. I don't know. And then that kind of makes me feel weird. I don't think that's because of the food though, but I feel good. And I just feel like I have such a drive. I'm like just fueled by straight just wanting it so bad that I don't even drink coffee. Oh, that's the same color bike I have. That's a dude. I don't know him yet, but I will soon, hopefully. I'm pretty sure it is, at least. He has the same blue Kawasaki Ninja 300, I think. But yeah, I'm just fueled by straight wanting it bad, wanting it more. I don't drink coffee. I do try to get a good amount of sleep, obviously. But I don't drink coffee. I don't do energy drinks. I don't do any of that other shit. Just eating clean and just wanting it more. And obviously getting at least like 8 hours, hopefully, on most days of sleep. I just want it so bad. I just want it so bad that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to not to not ever, at least at the bare minimum, ever have to work a fast food job ever again. From 3 of those, not doing that shit again, bro. I cannot do that again. And I feel like I'm in the position where I don't have to, at least, do that ever again. 9 to 5, on the other hand, I might have to do that for a couple years, stack up some cash, but at least I'm at the point where I don't have to do that shit ever again. Fast food or any of those like part-time shit. I hated it. What was I about to say? Yeah. I was about to say something, I just forgot. But yeah, I hated it. I worked 3 fast food, 1 other job. They're all just so bad. I'm only 20. I'll turn 21 soon. I can't wait to get a gun, by the way, too. I'm excited for that. That's what I was going to say. I haven't shot anything either. I feel like my aim would be pretty good. So, I'm excited for that. Hopefully I can get something going with my boy and his parents. They're the ones with the gun business. It's going to be more pricey, but I'm obviously going to hopefully keep it for life. So, I think it'll be worth it. And I think I might get a cheap AR just to kind of have. Potentially. Maybe later, but I definitely want to get a gun. And get like a shooting session going with them at their house. They're like near Culpeper. That's what I got the honey for this Sunday. So I'm gonna give them that as like a little gift. Honey's gas. And yeah, hopefully get some shooting practice going in. Hopefully they have an extra headset. Like I have those Ranger muffs, the red and black ones. And those custom earplugs, the blue ones that I wear now. But I think if they have some better ones, better headset, I could wear those. Because the earplugs are the ones that they recommended me to get from a vendor that they knew at the gun show. But yeah. Also today I saw one of my other boys from high school, and he was saying like, I forgot where he parked. This is why I don't park near the on-campus that I was referring to the other day area. Like I'm still part of the campus, but it's kind of split by like a road, and it's near like the athletic field house and the track and everything. So it's more separate, and there's way less traffic here, like in the parking lot and shit. So way less chance of getting hit. It's been 3 years and I haven't gotten hit. Probably good for the rest of the semester. Only thing is though, this spot is a little bit more sketch. A little bit more. Not that bad though. He got hit in the parking lot. He got hit in the parking lot. It wasn't too bad though. I didn't see the damage on his car, but he showed like the other car's damage. It was like some pickup truck. He hit and ran him actually. But I think he said his girlfriend took a picture of the cars next to him, so that actually ended up clutching up. Because the dude was parked next to him, and he sideswiped him kind of pretty much. I don't get it, bro. Like I've done my fair share of mistakes with cars, but thankfully I've never hit anybody like that. I've only hit somebody once. That was the weirdest interaction ever, by the way. I like barely bumper tapped this like one car in heavy traffic. It was dumb. Probably my fault. I would say like 90% my fault, 10% the other car's fault for having some weird slowing down behavior. But yeah, I barely tapped him. Very little damage. It's really not even noticeable at all. There's like a couple small scratches, but it's not really anything noticeable. I didn't see the damage on their car, but the dude just drove off. Like the signal turned green, he just drove. I'm not about to get out and do anything. Yeah, I don't even know what happened that day. The dude just kept driving. He just kept driving, bro. I stayed behind him in case he was trying to pull off somewhere. But he just kept driving like he didn't even notice. I don't even know. I've done my fair share, but... And I've also very lightly tapped with my mirror and like kind of the back end of my car. Very light damage. Most of it's probably just repairable with like a polishing pad and some clear coat or something. But yeah, that was at the garage. And then I did crash my mom's car, but that wasn't my fault. That was like 90% the other dude's fault, 10% maybe my fault. I was going straight. Dude was making a left. He had a left turn on yield. But that signal was, I don't know, people are just stupid for some reason. Maybe because there's more cars making a left there, because I'm coming out of my neighborhood, so there's way less cars coming out of my neighborhood, so it's not like as stacked. And their side is way more busy. Could have something to do with that. I don't know. But yeah, he didn't, I don't think he had a blinker. I'm not fully sure. I don't think he had a blinker though. And he was waiting. Like, I was coming. He wasn't like doing it early. He just like, I swear I was just like almost in the intersection pretty much. And then he turns. And like, you can tell by where the damage was on my car. I tried to swerve right. I was too late. He hit the back left on my driver's side. So yeah, based off that, you can tell that it was his fault. Just based on the impact. And yeah, that's what the cop said, the case report. Yeah, it was still unfortunate though, because it was an older car. It was a nice car, a RAV4 V6 2012 or 2013 model. It was a nice car, older, but it had enough features. Clear as the Mazda. Had enough features. It was fast, bro. I was going fast in that car. But yes, people here, bro, I swear, I don't even know how to drive. It's crazy. But yeah, he said hit and ran him. He said the police at the school, like the little police department they have been pretty helpful actually, so that's good. But it's just crazy. That's why I like parking here. Don't have to deal with any headaches. And usually that's why I like parking on that side. But they're always packed. At least this year. Last year I felt like I had a good chance getting them. But this year I just swear they're always taken. And if I can get that spot by the tree, it's literally perfect. It's not fully shaded if you come too early in the morning, but for most of the time that you're here, like after like 12 or 1 maybe, you have some nice shade. And it's at the edge of like the curb. So if you can park it close to the curb, there's a way less chance of somebody darting in your car. There is a slight potential of somebody hitting your car on a turn or if they're reversing, but way more unlikely here because there's way less cars that pass by, so it reduces the odds of it happening. And yeah. But yeah, most of the cars are calm. I can only see 3 cars, like, to my right, left, and, like, straight right. There's still a good amount of cars driving by. But as long as it's not, like, standstill traffic. That's what I hate driving. I hate driving in standstill traffic. It's at the point where I wish I could just, like, walk. But obviously you can't just leave your car behind. If you were a transformer, you could transform into a person, walk, transform back into a car once traffic dies down a little bit. It's just crazy though. Hate driving in that. This area sucks. I wish lane splitting was legal so I could do that. I still can now, but like I've said, it's just not worth it. Because if something does happen, it's probably going to be your fault because it is illegal. And because it is illegal, most people here are not looking out for that. I mean, I would only do it under like 10 to 15 miles an hour. And when stopping is when traffic is usually moving very slow or stopped, there is some risks. to it if you do get hard cut off by somebody. But personally, as a rider, if it's super heavy traffic and there is potential, like I saw a pile up yesterday, if there is potential for you to get slammed into, I would rather take the chance of getting cut off, crashing into somebody like that at a lower speed, at like 10, 15, than possibly getting rear-ended into another car by somebody going like 30 or 40 plus miles an hour. They're not paying attention, or even more. Could be worse. Could be even more. They could be going like 50, 60 miles an hour. It could be even worse. It could be a truck driver, loaded truck driver. Then there's a possibility you could die. But even better than lane splitting, could take the shoulder. You have to be careful of debris. Don't want to get a flat tire. And definitely don't want to be going fast. Take the shoulder. Keep it to like 20. Don't do it to be a jackass. You're doing it. There's very heavy traffic. And yeah, you are cutting in line, but it doesn't matter. Most of those car drivers aren't stopping for you. So, fuck them, honestly. Don't be a jackass about it, but you are doing it for your life and your safety. And just do it where it doesn't affect them. Because it doesn't. I saw this, I don't know if you guys saw the Fortnite video he uploaded maybe a week ago. I'm glad he uploaded it. It's pretty good because it helps understand the motorcycle side of things when we ride with lane splitting and stuff. Because I feel like as non-motorcycle riders, people just think it's like we're being a jackass or we're being weird about it or trying to cut a line and stuff. I mean, yeah, but that is part of the reason. We're on the bike. Why would we not want to cut a line? You can buy a bike. You can do the same shit. So, but yeah, as you were saying, if we were all going to the same place, it is cutting in line. But when we're on the road, we're not all going to the same place. We're all going to different directions, different places, different spots. So, by us filtering and cutting in front of you, going past you, it actually does not affect you whatsoever. Literally not at all. And yeah, you can make some some points maybe. Because you are lane splitting, the car drivers have to pay extra attention, and that might slow them down or something. There is some points, yes. But at the end of the day, it really does not affect them. Especially if you're doing it right and not being a jackass and clipping people's mirrors. Not pushing yourself into spots that are very tight or you can't fit. To the point where the car has to move. Especially in areas where it's illegal. Most cars aren't giving you space properly for it. So don't be a jackass and force yourself into some spot and hit their mirror or something like that. But, yeah. Sometimes you might get into a spot where the car tries to give you some space to move. But the other day, actually, it was very heavy traffic. And I saw Grom. He was pretty far back. He merged in at the same time I was driving past. And he was going pretty safe. Not safe, but slow for the most part. But towards the end, his turn was coming up, I guess, to go right. So he was like, there's only 3 lanes, no shoulder or nothing. He came on the right side of me, passed by all the cars on the right, but I saw him, I think, good enough in time, and moved my car to the left. Within my lane, obviously, but like I said, people here aren't expecting it. So I moved my car to the left, trying to give him some more space. Now, 2 things. Benefits me, so he doesn't clip my car. And other thing, it helps him, giving him some more space. Also potentially providing as an example for the cars next to me. Because yeah, at the end of the day, we're all trying to help each other. There's no point being enemies against ourselves. It really doesn't benefit anybody. So, yeah. Don't be enemies with random people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We're all in it together. So yeah. It's so nice. I just hate that these lights are on. Low-key pissing me off. Now one of them is glaring off of my metal box, making it even more annoying. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm still eating my fruits. I'm eating them slow, but still, just funny. But yeah, that's it for this video. Pretty long, but packed with some good information. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys later. Peace. I had to finish eating, but like what I mean, I literally just peeked the door open, not even like barely. These lights turn on, the dash turns on, the lights in front, the rear lights turn on. Just annoying. I wish there was like a button or something I could just do it manually. And then these lights stay on, which is annoying. The door's open. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys for reference. And also, those are the annoying lights that I was talking about. I mean, they're cool and all, but it's annoying.